last we left off, you guys managed to finally crack the code. You found out. I'm dying inside. You guys found out that Igniferious was in fact the in the statue that was in Drakton. You released him from the statue after some time trying to figure out how to do it. Brought him into Vulcan's home and put him to rest. Then the following day, you found that Captain Luna had been kidnapped by some of the Thieves Guild members. You went in to check it out to see what's going on. Found Captain Luna. In the process, Levi got kind of captured himself, but you guys ended up ambushing each other. Thieves all died. You guys looted the area, found two pieces of letters, or two letters. One in regards to goods that need to be delivered to a certain location, signed by K, and then the second about some goblins also needing to be delivered to a location, signed by M. And that's where we had left off.
Okay.
I would also like to throw in two more pieces of paper. But I will message you guys individually in regards to those.
I think, I believe I posted in the notes last time what I actually received. Or what I found last time. But...
Okay. And notes? I don't see it here.
no, I'm trying to find it. It's, so much stuff there.
In the notes or in the chat?
I think it might have been in the chat. I think I copy-pasted it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was in the chat.
Regards to a ship you are from has instructions to deliver goods to the designated location. The letter K is signed at the bottom. The other letter says, bring the goblins to the location. They are to be relocated.
Okay. So I showed you guys, or I messaged the two people who would have found the two other pieces of paper. The non-whispers, whispers of Discord.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Weird that the armor doesn't actually do the +1 properly.
Oops.
You gain +1 bonus to your AC. Instead, it just treats it like a roll. Okay. I guess.
Could I specifically search over this cave, trying to find the journal of that one lady?
I'm gonna say no.
Tialana, you mean?
Yeah. I was just search. I just wanted to search like their cubbies and like specifically for that journal if I could find it. Like they have their bedrolls and stuff. Just gonna look for a journal if they had any, but.
Should open up Discord.
So you're saying I
Tabs?
searched the bodies by find 0% journal.
2 seconds. Tabs, you do know the language?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's common.
Anything important on it?
You betcha. Can you roll me a d20 real quick?
Sure. I think this shows up, so let's just roll a d20. Oh, roll. Oh, I love fucking that roll. So cool.
Did you get new dice?
Yeah, they're kind of like, they move around. It's this oily look.
Ooh.
Is it just /d20? Let's try r/d20. How do I do a roll in this window here?
I think it's /r space d20. Let me try.
/r
R/1 d20.
There you go.
Oh, well, it should just be a d20 then. Okay, that's a lot lower than my other one. But my other one was not showing up, so I'll go with that.
Doesn't matter. I just needed a number of some variety. And that, my good sir, is what is on the piece of paper you had found. The piece of paper, I will note, it looks like it was torn out of another bunch of paper.
This random document that I have, what is on it?
You betcha. So if you're looking at your document, this is what you're going to see. Can I just drag and drop? Yeah, I can. I think that's... I could also have the wrong one. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, no, it's the right one.
Except both of them.
Well, I didn't want to send you one I already sent you, so there you go. That's your...
Okay. I'll save that. So,
Oh, interesting.
the interesting part where we all read quietly.
It's up to the players to share their information.
Why? Why is this so? I will share mine in a second. I'm just making sure I save this so I don't lose it. Fine. Because I often like lose things everywhere. So I'm going to just put this in a file. All right. There you go. So that's it. So I'll copy that and paste it. All right. I'm going to give this a read over. Then I will hand it over to Shoal and be like, hey, you probably want to read this. Post the page there. But basically, what it looks like in this scrap of paper, it seems to come from a larger volume, probably a journal. And it talks about some type of creatures they come across. So they're just called the Watchers because all they seem to do is just watch what they do. They never seem to interact with them or anything.
Tia Lana was Elvish?
Correct.
I'm assuming this writing, does it look like super neat, like a very brainy person who'd work in a library?
Yeah.
Which one? The one I posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't want to say it's super neat, but it's definitely legible in the sense of someone quickly writing something down. But not quite like Dr. Chicken Scratch, for sure. Like, neat enough.
Yeah. I think you're onto something there, Tibbs. If it, like, I'm just looking at what this says about the Watchers, like, I will just read it out loud, because this is a recording. Fourth entry.
I do have video feed now, so...
Oh, okay. At first I thought that these creatures were tied to demon armies, but it seems like there is so much more. We have yet to truly figure it out, but we were at least able to give them a name. Decided to call them the Watchers. Every time we have ever come across one of them, they just stand there and watch you move. Nothing more, nothing left. Very eerie. And yet, well, it's maybe these mask bearers were the Watchers they're talking about. But I kind of remember the bog one just attacked us.
Yeah, I can pretty much. I think we can safely rule out the mask wearers as being the Watchers, considering every single one of them has tried to kill us. So it's a little more than just watching.
Yeah. To be fair, the fire one we did shoot. We did attack first. That one. The other ones, though, no, I think
no proof of that.
you're right.
They could always be Watchers gone wrong.
Or they could be something entirely different.
They could.
Well, so the first one we found was watching a gate to the Fae. If they're called Watchers, it would be fair to say they're watching something.
The first one we came across could potentially have been guarding it, but that one doesn't track because then we found one that was free range munching on people, and we also found one that was taking a nap in a grave. So I don't think those quite track in a pattern.
I will. We need. Look, of course, we need the rest of this journal. This is from. If these thieves were here for the masks, their first foray led to their demise. Whoever they sent for the masks. I think it'd be fair to say they were trying to take it by force from the fire deer. So, who knows? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm assuming. Does the phrase "watchers" ring any sort of like story or history at all?
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
I'm just musing in my head, trying to think if I've ever heard a story about the Watchers. Not a bard, so my history sucks. It's above average. 12.
The term "the Watchers" is completely new to you.
Well, I'll hand back the journal piece to you, since you're the one who found it.
I'll just fold it up and put it into my pack.
So, we have how many pieces now? We have... There's the dragon one. Like, it was a dragon one that the rider was wearing, right?
Yeah.
A dragon, a boar, and the one on the bog monster you said was like a pig? Oh, sorry, that was the boar.
Yeah, that was the boar one. The one on the deer is more human.
So it's a human.
Yeah.
Go on face mask.
Oh, not the Zodiac.
Yeah.
That'd be the most a boring year. I got the year of the person.
It's funny that you say that because I didn't even realize that that's the theme that kind of was going on there.
Well, it's just
Completely unintentional, but I like it. It's the new Zodiac.
And we have so many anthropomorphized people in our group that we probably could easily have the human Zodiac symbol.
yeah. Congratulations, you're above average at farming.
Yes. All right.
And making things.
What else would you like to do in this little cave here?
Well, I mean, I think we searched it pretty thoroughly. We killed anybody we could question, so they're all dead.
Their fault.
I guess now that we have our captain back, we might as well go see if Igniferious has recovered.
Yeah.
And if not, well, the guild knows he's here, so it might be wise to move him to the ship and then just take him back to the capital with us.
That we should do, for
I
sure.
agree.
Before we lose our bounty again.
I forget. So we were counting, like, how many people's items seem to be in the, like, who were set up in this cave. It seems like everyone was accounted for. Like, there's the two, there's maybe two, maybe three bodies we found by the river.
Yeah.
And then these guys. We kind of assumed that most of the Thieves Guild, at least operating out of this cave, were accounted for.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as we go back, I'm still going to be on my toes, particularly once we get closer to the city, for any particular ruffians or bandits.
I will lead the way with my incredible skills of navigation, but I am not really going to be all too concerned. I got heavy armor. I ain't afraid of nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make it back to the city, no problem. People are starting to crowd around the now broken statue and kind of wondering what the hell happened to the statue. No accusations are being made at this time, but a lot of people are concerned as to, oh no, these new people have been around this town for a while, and the statue happens to be missing at the same time that these people are in our town.
Before we left the cave, sorry,
Yeah.
how many of those, because they're like thievesy types, did any of them have a crossbow or extra daggers?
Yeah, one of them had the crossbow, and then, yeah, they're typical thieves. They've got daggers on them.
If I can take like 5 more daggers and a crossbow,
How many more daggers do you need? We're getting our dragon tooth daggers.
As
Yeah,
someone
so-
once said, you can never have enough daggers.
The
We're
yeah,
gonna
Unless we
go to
try to
that
swim.
water.
the
We're gonna go to that
crossbow.
water world to
Yeah.
sell them all.
The crossbow is just a generic crossbow, nothing special to it.
Okay.
You do manage to grab 4 daggers though.
Cool. Okay, so
I think the way that we went just before we went back to town, was that in the same direction as the shrine we were gonna go to?
Roughly, yeah.
Can we just make that quick pit stop on the way back?
You want to go to the shrine? I mean, you
Yeah,
could take.
I think we intended to go there before because we were going out that we went along that road and then turned. We could just turn the other way.
Sure. Is there a reason why we should go to the shrine, though?
We were just gonna see if it worked on Iggy.
I mean, we'd have to get him, wouldn't we? He's back at town.
Or did we end up leaving him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. We weren't going to. Well, at least I wasn't going to take him to what was likely going to be an ambush. So I left him back at the shop.
Then we don't have to go on the way back. We can just go later.
It's a hand crossbow.
hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any bolts?
You find 5 undamaged bolts.
5. Okay. Good thing I found so many daggers.
Okay, so you're back in town.
I'll just go check on Iggy.
Okay. So you
I'll join you.
Okay, so both of you go into so all 3 of you. I'm gonna stop.
waiting. I don't hear fourth one. It's just the three
All
of us.
3 of you go into Vulcan's house, go up the stairs into room. You see Pyre all asleep on the chair. He's dropped basically whatever he had in his hand. It was your scimitar, and he had a shield as well, so he dropped that. He's just knocked the hell out. But you look at the bed, nothing.
Now, when you
Like,
say
nobody?
knocked the hell out, does he look like he has been knocked the hell out, or that he just fell asleep?
You can make a medicine check if you'd like.
I would love to. Why, thank you for asking.
He looks like some sort of spell or something had affected him, causing him to sleep. You shake him, he doesn't wake up. He is asleep. You can visualize that little snot snore bubble.
Does this
Damn it,
look
kid.
similar or different to what happened to everyone in the pub? Because everyone in the pub was poisoned, right?
Yeah, no, this is completely different. If you look closer to it, you see like little bits of dust on his face. So he looks like he may have been hit with some sort of like sleeping powder of some variety. The window of the bedroom is completely wide open, and like the curtains are moving within the breeze.
So the window's open.
Window's completely open.
I would like to inspect for signs of like a break-in. I'm assuming like they would have just propped the window open.
Yeah, you can absolutely roll for an investigation check.
Okay. I'm trying to
Well,
think how I would do it. Is how I'm checking.
Sorry, Eric, what was that?
Just while he was doing it, I was hoping to make some sort of check if I think that any type of lesser restoration or dispel magic could help with this powder. Like if I know the powder well enough to identify that.
For that circumstance, quick roll a nature check.
I did
Sure.
roll 17 on the investigation. We can do that after.
So, the powder, you're not quite sure of the substance. It is kind of a very coarse powder, but you're not too sure of what sort of plant or material it actually came from. But you
Okay, I'll let
do
you
know it is
go.
a plant-based sort of natural product.
Oh, okay, that helps.
So for the 17, you do see that there was no struggle, no nothing, no marks. It looks like somebody had just straight up got out of the bed, hit the powder, and left.
Long weekend.
Long weekend,
I-
yep.
It's still a blanket on the bed.
Still, yep, the blanket, everything. It looks like somebody, like I said, straight up just got out of bed, didn't make the bed, just got out of the covers,
So
and then...
wait. So it looks like window was opened.
Mhm.
It looks like Igniferious just left the bed, and it looks like the kid who was defending is on the ground, but hit with some sort of sleep thing, but a powder.
Yep.
putting on my little hat here, and smoking.
You actually have a hat?
It seems to me that. Well, my suspicion, some sort of thief or someone else came in through that window. Hit him with the powder. I can't imagine Igniferious had that powder on him, and then maybe he took him hostage elsewhere. Unless it's Igniferious himself and he just left, but seems weird.
Well, while they're chatting, I just want to grab the blanket. I'll take it with me. I'm just going to go outside with it. I'll let them continue chatting.
Yeah, go for it.
You're our fastest guy, Soul. Do you think maybe you could just run around, see if there's any clues?
Maybe. Do you mind helping me look for tracks outside to see if there's... I want to see if there's any tracks, leading out of the house. I guess there wouldn't be too much work. Do I see tracks leading out through the window, Miranda?
From where you're standing, if you were to look out the window, you can't tell. But if you were to go outside, you would have to make me a survival check.
That would be what I'd hope. I was going to actually ask Mandalay to help me do that, because I suck at finding tracks.
I will both help you and guide you.
Wow!
Ooh. Are you actually using guide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guidance and help.
So is it survival or perception? I think it's...
Survival for track specific.
Okay. Oof, first one, not so hot. Second one, 19. And then I get to roll a d4?
Yeah.
Ba-ba!
Well,
20.
yeah, so you do notice a distinct set of tracks coming. It looked like somebody just went right from the window and just walked.
Okay, I will...
And they are distinctly lizardy, like dragonborn feet, so...
I will gesture to that. I feel like I was just like looking around all the wrong places. You did like the guidance thing and then just like basically just turned my head to the track you clearly saw. It's like, aha. It is
One
there.
question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Is the kid's dad home?
At this hour, he is not in the home. You can hear him in the forge, though.
Okay. He's not a double agent.
No, you can hear him ting, ting, ting away at the forge, so...
Yeah, we should definitely get his dad involved in this a little bit. But I'm just going to... I'll point out the track. Be like, yeah, we should probably get that kid like in a bed and let his dad know they got sleeping powdered or something.
Yeah, I can try and blow some spells to see if I can wake him up and ask some questions. I don't know if they'll work. What do you think?
Well, it's I think you got poisoned. Can you can cure poisons? Or some sort of...
I can cure poison.
I'm gonna like pry open his eyeball and look
poison.
at it. Like, is he like he's just like completely comatose? If I...
Yeah, he's drooling at this point.
Okay. I will pick him up and put him in the bed.
I will try. I've used all my second levels in the fight, I think. So I will try a third level lesser restoration on the lad.
You betcha. I'm gonna cheat and say yes. It does take effect.
Oh,
He does wake up, and it's just kind of like the slow, blurry-eyed wake-up music. He stares at you. He's like, "Hey, how's it
I'll
going?"
say, oh my God, the chosen one has reawoken after all these years. I'm so happy we have you back.
I'm looking at you in utter horror.
You're so mean.
I got you. Hey, what happened?
I'm like making clawed anguish hands while looking at you like I don't know why you're doing this.
He stares at you. He blinks. What happened? was. Oh yeah, yeah. He gave me the scimitar, and I was supposed to guard Igniferious, and then I was guarding Igniferious.
And you messed it up.
So far, so good.
And he just stops.
Oh man.
Like he's
All right.
frozen in time
Frozen in-
almost as he's trying to piece everything together.
Did somebody enter, or did Igniferious wake up? Do you remember?
I remember guarding
Buddy?
Igniferious.
Oh, it's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. Buddy.
Yeah.
Can I do
Yeah,
an insight?
you
You say he
were.
froze in time. Did he froze like he can't remember, or did he freeze like he doesn't want to say what happened?
He froze in a mode of panic because he can't remember.
Okay, so super obvious. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, if he remains on the coast, I'm very good at tracking people on the coast or
Yeah.
knowledge about the coast.
Yeah,
And can I pick Ferris as my favorite enemy?
All right.
Sure.
Well, it seems- I'm happy
I did
that we
find a
helped
track.
you out.
A track out the window that seemed Dragonborn-esque.
Hmm.
Maybe we just blow this popsicle stand while
I
they're
think so.
fresh. All right. Have fun. I'm glad you're not dead. Bye.
Yeah.
You guys mind me jumping in here while you're doing all that?
Of course, go for it.
All right. While they're doing all that, I headed outside. I'm going to look around. I'll blast through some spell slots here. I'm going to quickly cast a locate animals or plants. I'm going to locate a dog in the area.
Okay, yeah, you easily find a dog.
Okay.
Yeah, there's multiple dogs, so you get multiple hits. I mean, take your pick.
I think I'm looking for like the closest one. Do any of them look kind of like hunting dogs? Is what I'm looking for.
Closest one you find is very like Labrador-ish.
All right. I will then cast first level spell, speak with animals. I'm
Okay.
using the spell slots, so I don't have to do the ritual timing on these. And I will, I'll call out to him like, "Hey, you there? What is your name?" I'll start approaching him.
I don't have to look at Miranda. I can see her panicking. Be like, I gotta make more animal voices.
The first thing that came to mind was Scooby-Doo.
Live
So
your
his
truth.
name is Scooby.
Name is Scooby.
His name
All
is
right.
Scooby. But I am not doing Scooby's accent. I refuse.
That's fine. I'll say, noble Scooby, I'm gonna pull out a ration from my pack. I'm gonna break it up and like hand him a piece of it. Like, I need you to find someone for me. Are you able to do that?
He immediately sits on his little butt, and he looks at you. Ears perk up a little bit. And he's just panting away. He gives a nod, and just waits
Alright.
for you to hand off the supposed treat.
All right, I'm gonna hand him. Half the ration.
He
Just gonna
takes
hand
it
to him.
very gently, like a little nibble.
All right. Well, I'll place that down the ground there. He's like, all right. So, I am trying to find a friend of mine. He's gone missing. He's a little lost. I have this here blanket though. I was wondering if you could follow his scent.
He gives a nod, gives a
Alright.
sniff, and just immediately, like pointer dog style almost, just kind of points into the one direction and then just starts running.
All right. I'm going to run after him.
Okay. So as you are making yourself through the town here, you begin to realize that you're starting to go through the path that leads you to the shrine. So you're taking that kind of northeastern sort of path, and you stop at the shrine.
Up the shrine. All right. Oh, so this is where the dog stopped here.
The dog stopped here because he's scared at this point. He is shaking.
Oh.
He does not want to go any farther than this.
Okay. I'm going to kneel down next to him. I'm going to give him the other half of the rations. give him a bit of a pet. I'm gonna ask him, it's like, okay, can you point the direction from here?
He stares towards the direction of the volcano.
All right. Scratch behind the ears and a pat. It's like, okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
And he takes the ration very gently once again and just bolts all the way back to town.
All right. I am now going to blow through some more spell slots. I am going to cast a Long Strider on myself,
Okay.
increasing my movement by 10 feet per 6 seconds. And then I'm going to hoof it back to town to where the other guys were.
Fantastic. All right, so you have successfully met up with the other members.
Hey guys.
Was we were gonna.
Isn't the shrine like a couple hours out of town?
That was my thought.
Yeah, so you kind of like if you're following the tracks, you guys end up actually like meeting up midway.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I was like,
All
wait.
I'm a very fast runner.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut in, but I was like, yeah, it's gonna be yeah. Anyway,
This works out. He sees us on the way back. We're following tracks.
oh, there you are. We looked everywhere for you.
Sure. So, it turns out he's gone up to the volcano.
Okay. That's good.
I mean,
I'm starting to think this might have been just him then. Yeah, okay.
Where did he get the powder, though? That's the weird part.
I wonder.
I guess we didn't search his body that well.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
I mean, unless he's been abducted.
That was my
He
first
could,
thought.
he could have access to it. Like maybe he has like magic that summons something physical, or whatever. But
The whole original kidnapping was a decoy. Well, they made a grab for him.
that was actually, I think I remember suggesting that.
Oh, I was pretty sure, but it was like the time sensitive. It's like, well, either one of us stays behind, or we.
Yeah,
try to be
yeah.
fast.
No, I think basically what I'm getting at is I think that makes sense. And so he might have just left on his own, or he might have been abducted somehow. I wouldn't be surprised if someone snuck in and put one of those masks on him randomly, and now he has like a thing. But I'm hoping that's not the case. So I guess we just go to the volcano.
Sure.
I'll probably stop at the shrine first. I remember last time.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. Let's shrine it up.
I am thinking if there's like enough masks for all 5 sages, and they were to be the masks put on them, that could probably be terrible. It's just gonna say like if that's a goal of theirs, that's a really bad goal to have. Anyway,
But it'd be very interesting.
would be yeah. Let's go to this. Let's go pray at a statue. Boop, boop, boop.
So you guys make it to the statue. You guys do your little prayers. Mandolin fires up. You guys have received essentially your blessing of the dragon's breath. And you guys, I'm assuming, make your way to the volcano?
Yeah, we'll follow the path. I'll move as quickly as I can.
I am hoping to still kind of try to follow, to keep a line on the tracks. Like we said, probably going to the volcano, but I just want to keep an eye on the tracks. They do still seem to go that way.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Is this the one where we have to cross the bridge?
Yes, it is.
Fire bridge.
Oh crap! I didn't have disadvantage when we did this the first time.
Nope. So
Are
unless
any
anybody is
particularly-
doing anything specific, y'all need to make athletic checks or acrobatic checks along this bridge.
So this is
Are
the
any
bridge
of
that
you
keeps on
particularly strong?
Let me double check.
breaking.
You.
I have a +2.
I'm not strong, but I know
You're
how to use my
currently in
body.
shape.
+2 athletics. That's about it.
I'll try to make my way across as lightly as possible. I'll make my acrobatic check here.
With ease.
I just like it. I'm gonna tie up a rope to myself and I'll hand it to. There's no like. I guess I'll just hand it to the mandolin. I was like, yeah, worst case, try to stop me from falling, but I will also try to go super light across. Gingy.
You're a cat. You're natural.
I did it.
I'm gonna turn into something. I just don't know what. Just a little spider, I guess, and I'll crawl along the rope.
Ooh.
I'm going to just do my thing, and in real life pray, because this is probably gonna go terrible.
You did it.
You did. You struggle a little bit, but you do manage to make it across.
Right.
I don't have to roll, right,
disadvantage
or-
everywhere.
Harder to balance on a line when my armor is super heavy.
Just a little bit. All right, so you guys all have made it across the bridge with minimal difficulties, some more so than others.
I don't have to roll as a spider. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, you're just a spider. You just woo-doo-doo-doo across the bridge.
Thank you. That's good.
So now
Fire spider.
you're at the end of the bridge now. You do feel the heat coming and hitting you, but it's not burning you. It doesn't feel too heavy on you. It's just a nice warm heat.
Nice.
All right. I guess follow the route. Hopefully that golem thing is still in pieces, and make my way towards the cave. So
Perfect.
that's where I think that's the only thing up here.
Yeah.
So you follow the
Yeah. Keeping an eye
trail.
out for tracks, just.
So you follow the trail back up to that cave entrance. Once you hit near the top of that where that entrance sits, you do see the rubble of the stone golem from prior. I can even hold up. We still have the map. We should still have the map. Where is the map? Just kidding. I don't have the map anymore.
You guys, I think we might have reverse cleared the island.
Possibly. we have a habit of doing this.
It's like when you do all the side quests first before actually hitting the main quest.
So yeah, the golem is still in rubble. You find the entrance of the cave, and once again, it is still fairly dark, unless you're Levi, who can see pretty far. And you enter the cave, and it's quiet. Just very quiet. You can just hear the turning of the lava from the little lava river that's inside.
Can I see anything in there, given my amazing dark vision?
Yes. So once you enter the cave, you see off to the far wall, near-ish, the lava river, a figure sitting on the ground. Just crisscross applesauce.
I will approach the figure, and if he does not interact upon my approach, I will put my hand on his shoulder.
Wait, what was that last part you said there, Miranda?
Crisscross applesauce?
Oh, I thought you said fingers crossed applesauce. I mean, it's not much different. Still really weird.
As you approach Levi, nothing happens. It seems like he's some sort of meditative state. But you've come to realize that figure is, in fact, Igniferious in a sort of a meditating, seated position.
Excellent. I will still put my hand on his shoulder as to make him aware that I am there if he is not yet, and hopefully also get his attention.
He immediately grabs your wrist and just opens one eye.
I was gonna say, you know that scene in movies where someone goes to reach and it's like a super high strung karate master, they just throw them over their shoulder, but it's just into lava.
Yeah.
I will clarify, your hand does touch his shoulder. Like, your hand is on his shoulder and he's just grabbing on your wrist. The grip is not tight. It is fairly loose, but it is very alarming that he was that fast.
And he's making strong eye contact.
Just very strong eye contact, not a word.
In a volcano.
Not as,
In a
not
volcano.
as strong as my eye contact. My eye contact is like super strong.
Yeah.
The only
Is
This is the
this eye
romance.
contact, is it strong in the intensity of it or the uncomfortable duration?
intensity.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare at him, and I won't say anything. Just like my tongue is just gonna do like the whole in and out, like I'm tasting the air. Like if I'm trying to pick up if there's any hostility.
You sense no hostility.
Wait, are you an eel or a snake?
He's both.
Yeah, I'm an eel, but I have snake-like traits because I imagine if an eel was on land, it would also taste the air.
He's a
So are you a
snail.
snail or an ache?
More of an ache.
Yeah, you are.
Because you're gonna feel some pain
Oh,
when you get in my way.
I'm gonna whisper to Shmuel, their gaze is
No.
so powerful.
I know.
Yeah, right now you guys are like feeling the energy just coming off us. It's like Super Saiyan 3 going on right here.
Yeah.
I'm misreading the situation, but that's okay.
Oh, it's pretty intense sexually. Like
Oh.
you can't have two great warriors.
Oh, wait, stop. We're not on the ERP channel.
We are not romancing one of the sages.
No, it's not a romance. It's just because when you have two really manly men in an area, it's just sort of obviously sexual tension. It's very straight sexual tension, though. It's
It's
like a
like
mutual
if,
respect
it's like
for
if
another weightlifter.
Mozart met Beethoven. You know, like
This thing
you
would be tense.
gotta
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean Mozart, the guy, like, the really creepy guy who wrote songs about his own farts?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
yeah.
That's not creepy though.
The
That's
same
Wait.
guy who literally wrote an entire orchestral piece the day it was supposed to premiere.
weird about his part.
Cramming's legitimate studying practice.
Yes,
Why
he
are
was the
we-
king of procrastination.
Why are we mocking this guy about like writing a song about farts when literally fart jokes are still popular and funny to men through all ages? Like it's just part. Like he just had the forethought to go all the way with it.
Yeah.
Anywho's,
A lot of trombone.
so
Kiss
Yes,
already.
Get a
Jeez.
cake.
Sheesh. So it is like that awkward long moment of staring. Eventually Igniferious breaks eye contact and just lets out a sigh, lets go of your hand or your wrist, and just starts getting up from his seated position. He looks at you and, friend or foe?
Friends we are.
Very well. What makes you my friend?
We were sent here to bring the sages together, and therefore prevent catastrophe in the world. So, we have come to bring you together with your other sage friends. That is a friendly gesture, is it not? Picked up an accent halfway through that.
And you picked up 2 accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point you were a grizzled old lighthouse keeper.
You make a valid argument, my friend. Now tell me.
Just continue going.
Now
Sorry,
tell me.
I had coffee.
Where are the others?
They are back at the kingdoms.
Locktail.
There are
I
many
don't remember
kingdoms
the
in this
human
world.
I said Locktail.
You've been in statue jail a long time.
Like, help him cheat on a test.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Ah,
You require the names of the human settlements. I suggest this one. And I point to Shao.
very well. I assume you are friends of my new friend. What is this kingdom we are to travel to?
It is the kingdom of Locktail.
Fascinating. A kingdom I've never heard of before. Very
Uh,
well.
Yeah, your friends hadn't heard of it either. It's been a long time.
So it has. So it has.
Not to be, like, a contrarian, but, it's the city of Locktail. It's, if I remember correctly, Lana
Yes.
is the area.
Very much so. Lana is the home of the elves.
I'm gonna beam privately, like I just won a test.
You are
Wow.
knowledgeable.
Yes, we've already collected Daru and Nia.
Fantastic.
Now,
I presume all you need left is Maya and Mayor.
Yeah.
Those would be
Yes.
fine, yes.
We were a little worried when you disappeared because it seems there are people looking for the sages.
Interesting. I assure you I'm well. I just merely came here as my routine. This area used to be a place of training for my mind, body, and soul.
Do you know what happened to the young pyre who was watching over you?
Yes. The little one had interesting stuff on him, so to make my mistake, or to make my escape, there we go, that's what I wanted, I happened to grab something from him and used it against him so that he could be quiet and allow me to reassure that my mind, body, and soul are in the proper state.
Wait. So, Pyre had that powder on his own person.
Very much so, yes.
I'm gonna look at you guys and be like, Pyre's a goddamn Thieves Guild person.
The kid has a stash. I mean,
That's
he's not hurting anybody.
The
Yeah.
kid is a dealer?
He's got access to that kind of stuff. I have my serious doubts about his intentions.
What, you're saying the anime protagonist Pyre is actually secretly a drug dealer?
I proved
Well,
this
I wasn't
message.
going drug dealer. I
Owns a
think he
local
was.
cartel.
I thought he was attached to the thieves potentially, or he had some other untoward habits. But
Nani?
yeah.
I was looking at his
Since
father's
days-
work, and I was wondering how he supported the family on the small island. Now it's all
Since-
making sense.
Selling drugs, human trafficking, exploiting people, and as a cover, he just works as an apprentice.
You got really high expectations from
Maybe
his
the
dad.
drugs
just
are what
uses it
made
to
him
cope.
dream so big.
Yeah. Well, his father's pretty demanding. Maybe the powder is to help cope with this. You never know. Or maybe just for fun.
Yeah, maybe it's like just a sleeping drug. And he
Yeah.
has trouble sleeping.
Well, I still think he might be tied to some untoward people, but
It's like a
It's
powdered
good thing
version of
he's
NyQuil.
incompetent.
anyway, back to Igniferious.
I was gonna say, Igniferious is watching you guys just have this conversation before him, and he's no idea what you guys are kind of referencing, but he's digging the conversation.
Yeah. So, Igniferious, are you interested in coming back with us to Lana to reunite with the other stages?
Very much so. I would love to see my friends, my family.
Great. I'm just gonna look at you guys
Do
like,
you know anything about watchers or weird masks?
Watchers. He thinks for a second. Can't say that I have. Does not ring any bells.
have you encountered strange beings wearing strange masks?
I've encountered many things in my journey through life.
Specifically
I will
that.
pull a mask out of my bag to show it to him. Perhaps.
Don't put it on. It's got tentacles inside.
Don't
This
tell
is
me.
a very unique artifact. Never seen anything like this before, but I can't say that I can remember much these days. Can't say that I fully have, or have not fully, seen something like this before.
Do you have a... What's the last thing you remember? The other sages, they both had breaks towards the end where they don't really know what happened before they got stowed. All three of you were stowed away so far, in one means or another. One
I
in the tree,
remember.
one in ice. You were in a statue.
I remember going to the sealing ceremony, as we do every so often. We all met to set our salutations to one another and prepared for the ritual. I stood on my pedestal, raised my sword high, and cast whatever magic that I was able to bring up. I'm not much of a magic dealer, as opposed to the others, but I try the damn hardest I can. And I remember screaming, "What are you doing?" And then nothing.
No idea why you screamed that?
I didn't scream that, I heard.
Oh, okay.
You'll remember someone screaming. Okay.
Assuming the screaming is not usually part of the ritual.
Absolutely not.
This was not your first ritual, correct?
Correct. As a sage, we've completed multiple.
Hmm. Do you remember anything else that was out of place in your memory? Or is that the only thing that really strikes out?
There was a weird sense of tension in the air. I couldn't make out what it was, but something did not feel right about this time.
Hmm.
One more, just for me here. The person that screamed, you know, male or female voice?
It appeared to be a female.
Plot twist, Daro just has a girly scream.
He has Ari.
Sure, blame it on Ari.
I don't. And how many people watch the ritual? Is it just the 5 of you with no one around?
It is a private ritual.
Interesting. Okay. I think we'd like to. I'm just gonna quickly, give him the quick debrief on that tomb we found with all the dragon corpses, elf guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Just be like, did you know that was here? And do you want to do anything about that, or should we just head off right away?
Probably do the debrief on the walk back.
Yeah. So yeah, as you guys are walking by, giving all the debrief, he knew about the tomb. He didn't know exactly where, as he's never been himself, but he knew it was within this general vicinity. He was very informative about the dragon war and everything, as he was kind of, I don't want to say he's a liberator, but he wasn't around that time, but he was helping establish the connection of the lizard folk and the dragon folk within the area. But he was using kind of the battles of the elvish versus the draconic folk as his kind of references to his leadership.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes,
Every time I
there
type
is
something,
one.
I hear a big, loud whoop.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
getting,
so do I.
Probably for mine, I'm on my laptop because I'm in terrace right now.
Is there any chance you could just dial in the roll 20 from the beep?
Probably mute roll 20.
Yeah, that's pretty damn loud.
Yeah, on the way back, I'm just gonna keep using it. Again, that's another one where, do you remember the sealing ritual? At least some part of it. All of them forget, and then they all, at some point, end up encased on different continents. Preserved by what? Were they hidden away to protect them? Were they hidden away so that they couldn't continue the sealing? Was it against them? But if you were against them, why wouldn't you just kill them? I assume it's to protect them.
Seemed like it was designed to allow them to perhaps perform the ritual again in the futures.
You think the seal?
There is a chance that there's a few things that it could be. Maybe they didn't have the power to actually kill the sages, they just could seal them away at the time. Or maybe one or all of the sages actually use this as their way out and just don't remember that.
I'm unfamiliar with the magic. Maybe they're all there doing a magic to seal away a demon, and then ended up sealed themselves. Was maybe the sealing ritual turned onto them somehow?
That's true. Could be that.
You want me to try again? Can I get a whoop whoop?
Looks like it's good now.
Oh, no whoop whoop.
Oh, you don't like the whoop whoop?
Oh, wait, now it happened.
I'll turn mine off.
As you guys are getting closer to town, Igniferious is gonna stop partway through. He's gonna look to you guys and he's gonna request a sort of cloak or something to cover himself, so that he's not gonna be spotted within the town.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I got a cloak. Spare clothes.
He...
Does he have clothes on?
Yeah, he's got, like, basic armor and whatnot. Like, he's got, like, his leather armor on and whatnot.
Alright, you're gonna give him a cloak. I want to tell him, like, hey, so we have a ship if you just want to go through town. I do have a request, though, if you do not mind, on the way. The young boy that was guarding you, he seems to have a high opinion of you. And, I was wondering if you could give him some, words of encouragement. I'm sure he would appreciate it.
He did also probably have the same drug that drugged all our friends, so like maybe we figure that out before you.
I very much doubt that Pyre was the mastermind of a kidnapping plan.
Could have been part of one though. I'm hoping he's not. I believe in our little buddy.
The timing would be very tricky at best, because realistically, we got Igniferious out of the statue, brought him over to Pyre's place. That's when Luna went missing. So yeah, I guess realistically he would have known. He would have potentially have had time to go spike their drinks and then make off with that. But
It was like the next day or something, right?
yeah, shit.
Likely coincidence.
Well, there's time, but it could have been Thieves Guild, but it could have been Pyre if he was involved. We'll find
It's
out.
at least worth it's at least worth looking into.
Yeah.
The hope is that it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. If you wouldn't mind, Igniferious, I leave it to you. I think the boy needs a bit of encouragement. I think he has a good future in front of him.
He gives a low bow, gesturing that he would.
I would request that you help him temper his expectations, so I'll send that via mind.
I
He
turn
doesn't-
to Shull of the Reef and suggest that perhaps we go pick up the weapons that we are owed.
Oh, very much so.
Oh, I look at my paper. Has it burned up yet?
Yeah, it's not quite all the way burned, but it is quite burned at this point. Meaning that Pyre is awake and has been working, and most likely his father started the project as well for him on his behalf.
Yeah. Well, at least he's well rested.
Yeah, very safe. Yeah, let's go do all of that. Sounds great.
All right. Yeah.
So Igniferious pops the cloak on, puts the hood up, and tries to conceal himself the best as possibly as he could. And you guys make your way towards Vulcan's Forge.
Oh, did everybody have something waiting to be made?
I had dragon daggers, I believe, or at least one dagger. I can't remember if it was one or two.
Okay, sorry. Rephrasing. Did anybody not have something being made?
I do not.
Okay.
Technically, I think you are getting something because I had an upgraded studded armor being made, but I don't need it since I'm wearing the heavy armor. So if you would
Since
like,
you don't have a slip burning, I'm gonna ask a mandolin.
Yes.
Do you think you can check in on Luna? Make sure the ship is ready.
Yes.
I have one
can.
dagger being made
Good idea.
from my notes. Yeah. As far as I can tell, everyone was getting armor made up, except me, who was just getting the dagger. But
me and you were both getting daggers. I was also going to get the improved studded leather, but we're going to give that to Madeline instead, since I have no use for it at the moment.
because
And
you're
then
wearing,
Tav's had a shield.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm getting a shield made.
yeah.
Yeah, so Mandolin, I guess you go to the tavern unless otherwise.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we need to do anything for the bridge again, or are we Gucci?
No, I'll say this time around you guys are Gucci. You've been across this bridge multiple times at this point that you kind of figured out the pinpoints of where to stand, where not to stand, and how quickly you guys should go across.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll go to the tavern
Perfect.
or whatever.
Yeah, and the rest of you will head over to Vulcan's Forge to check up on your stuff.
It's Forge.
Very quickly, Mandolin, you do see Captain Luna. She is not drinking away this time. She's telling the heroic story of how she saved all of you guys from the Thieves Guild.
Hey Luna, how's it going?
Oh, and here are the victims now. Hello.
We found the guy.
I'm
He's
not
fine now.
Yeah.
And we need the boat.
Oh, so soon. I was hoping to stay one more night, but I suppose. Fine.
Well, if you can fend off 5 bandits at once, you could get a boat ready in an hour or 2.
Ooh, slept on the wrong side of the bed. She did say that with a very sly smile.
Yeah, but Igniferious seems like he's back. Or I mean, not Igniferious. That's just my pet name for my new boyfriend. Is back, and we need a boat to get him to a date that I have with him.
She's trying to hold back a smile. Very well. All right, boys, you heard the lady. Pack up, load up, set sails. And all the crew get up from their seats and start kind of like just having fun. And make their way towards the shooting star. I will see you later. She gives a little salute and walks past you through the door.
Thank you, bye.
Going back to Vulcan's Forge, you see Pyre hammering away as quickly as possibly as his little hands could. And Vulcan himself has got Tab's shield in hand, doing the final smooth and polishing towards it. It looks like they're nearing the final touches. The armor is completed. The daggers are done at this point now. Pyre is now just quickly trying to gather his things up and clean his workspace and get it all nice and ready for you guys very quickly. Neither of them notice that you guys are approaching.
I'll just stand and watch, kind of nonchalantly leaning against one of the pillars if there is supporting the roof. He said it's pretty open.
Yes, it is a completely open space.
Yeah, I'll just be leaning there just watching them work and waiting for them to notice. I will be eyeing the daggers if I see them out in the open.
Yeah, they're just straight on a table.
Yeah, might as well sail away. I'll take a short rest while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if we're just waiting there and I can take a short rest, I will.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and in that time for the short rest, your stuff has been completed. And Vulcan walks up to you guys with the shield in hand and says, "What are your thoughts?"
So how's the shield look?
It was that kind of what you sent prior.
That compass of...
Yeah, that sort of appearance. Just with bones.
Okay. I'll take it appraisingly. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'll say thank you, and I'll give another thank you to Pyre himself. And then I will. I'll try it on. Is it? How does it feel? It feels pretty comfortable.
Feels really comfortable, especially with the brand new straps that are added on as well. That kind of goes around your arm as well as a nice good spot for you to hold onto the shield itself. So now you can, if you really wanted to, you can let go of the shield, but it still sits on your arm.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So yeah. Well, while they're waiting for the other things, I'm going to just do some practice swings with my shield.
Yeah.
Kind of like batting away with it and whatnot. Very nice, very nice.
Pyre presents the daggers and the leather that is finally finished. And he's nervously just passing it off to you guys. He just kind of passes it and just immediately walks away.
I accept the leather and the dagger. I basically throw the leather over my shoulder and then I just spin the dagger, testing its weight and feel.
Yeah, it feels really, really light given what it actually is, which is really surprising. And you just kind of swing it around with great ease.
Ooh, I like it.
It's got a nice, good, like, weight distribution to it from the hilt to the actual blade itself.
Yeah. I would request if mine had a sun theme because my obsidian dagger has like a moon theme.
Yes, so what he ended up doing was he kind of stained the tooth a little bit to kind of give it more of like a yellowish glow. And it's yes, it's a yellow tooth now. And then he wrapped it up in an orangey sort of twine for the hilt almost, but it's a smooth, comfortable feeling in your hand. And he added like stains and different colors, and it's just a very bright looking dagger.
So it's the manta ray handle, because I was very specifically asked for that.
Yes.
Wrapped in a slightly bright twine and a bright tooth. Okay, and does that has a like a hilt crossguard or anything like that, or is it?
You didn't ask for one, so no, there is no crossguard.
I specifically said I would even pay to have one made. You said no, I got it.
Well, I don't remember that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get one made up later.
I would not want a crossguard.
Really quick, I was asking Travis. Did I miss last week, or did that not happen?
You missed half of last week.
Okay, and at some point you guys split up money, and I didn't add that yet. That's right.
I added it for you.
Okay, so I gotta take a note again. Okay, carry on.
Cool. Yeah. Igniferious turns to you, Tabs, and just points out the little pyre and says, "Is this the boy here?"
Indeed. I'm gonna wave, indicating for him to follow me, and I'm going to walk after Pyre. I'll call up to him. Hey, Pyre! We have a gentleman here, wishing to discuss about your work.
Pyre nervously turns around, hearing your voice. As he turns around, kind of quickly grabs something and just holds it out, and you realize it's your scimitar. He's like, "I tried my best. I didn't mean to do anything."
I'm going to I'll grab the scimitar, but I'll put my hands over his.
Okay.
And then I will just kind of push it back towards him.
As you're doing that, Igniferious takes the cloak off of his head.
All right.
And Igniferious starts having this sort of kind of like master-student conversation with Pyre, trying to reestablish that his doings was nothing wrong, that it was Igniferious who should apologize in the situation, and then so on and so forth. Basically, he's an aspiring, prosperous person who's got a future ahead of him.
I'm watching with like twinkling in my eyes, like, wow, what a great speech.
I am not having a conversation with myself.
That's okay. You don't have a conversation with that.
Just very short and sweet, simple.
After that, after they have their talk, I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder. I'm just going to tell him, you can keep the scimitar. It needed a new owner, and I think you're quite worthy of it.
He holds up the scimitar and immediately just lights it up in a flamey kind of looking aura. It's like, I will guard it with my life.
Well, hopefully it guards yours just as well. And give him a pat on the shoulder, and then I will light salute and start heading towards the door, indicating the others that we should probably go.
I will also be Though I am curious, the studded leather with the dragon teeth, what item is that?
It's just
It's
studded leather.
yeah.
No? Oh, is it a studded leather or is it an upgraded studded leather? I think that's what he's looking at.
That's why I thought it was an upgraded one. That
I
was
think
the
it's
whole
a
point of
+1.
us
Yeah,
getting that done.
it's studded leather +1.
Okay, I will give
I
that.
recall
Put
that.
that in my inventory, but I'll give that to our friend when it's available.
As you guys are walking away from the forge, Pyre's starting to scream out like, "When will I see you guys again?" And kind of like that hopeful mindset that you will keep in touch with him.
Yeah, I will shout back from the door. One day, I will return.
AC's wrong.
And it's kind of like, "I will look forward to that day." And kind of, you can hear his voice off in the distance at that point.
Keep getting farther away, shouting louder and louder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I have anything I could do as a parting?
Sex boss.
Oh, can I choose what kind of animals? No, it's too flashy. Never mind. I was going to do like conjure animals and like how many doves can I make?
While you're walking up.
Doves into the air. No, it's probably a little too flashy. We probably want like a bit of a low profile.
I don't know, like
20
butterflies?
ravens.
Sorry?
Butterflies? It's
No,
flashy,
doves.
but not...
I was going to say like 20 doves flying into the air.
Ravens. You have your own personal murder.
Oh, God.
It's not as heroic and hopeful, you know.
It's
Okay.
a flock of ravens.
Aye.
It's a murder. Is it not?
No, it's a flock. No. Murder is just a poetic term.
Murder of crows
Poetic term.
is also the one I remember.
It's a parliament of owls. A thunder of dragons.
All right. So I
Basket
take
of
it you
A bastard.
three meet
They're actually
up
called
with
a
Madeline?
wreck. It's just very fitting.
So yeah, I guess we'll head off towards the vessel now. It's a bit of a walk, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it is outside of town where the docks lie. You guys meet up with the crew, and they're kind of like packing up still a little bit. They're still trying to prepare themselves to set sail for the journey back to Locktail.
Upon reaching the ship, I'm going to go find Madeline, and I'm going to give her the +1 studded armor. Even though it's probably, in the current state, a little bit long in the arms and legs, I think she could probably figure out a way to make it work.
Oh, I know, wear it like one of those night shirt pajamas that are all one outfit.
Like the shirt goes to like your knees. Nice.
Thank you, I love
Will
it.
protect
I
you.
would also like a pair of slippers for my birthday.
When you mention the slippers thing, you actually see Levi like look up as he's like thinking about what he could kill to turn into slippers, and like the suggestion of slippers was just like a good idea in general. Just like, yes, slippers.
Rabbits would be the right size.
Yeah. Just hollow them out.
That's not a creature of the sea.
Not
These slippers.
yet.
They're
I think
practically
what you'd
slippers.
want to do is you'd hollow out the rabbit and then turn it inside out, and then the fuzzy part would be aimed inside.
Mm.
And the horrific.
Or you can just
inside
get
would
giant.
be
If you want to see thing, you can do like giant toads.
Ooh.
All right.
Anyway.
Oh, something
So you guys board the vessel.
Mhm.
Eventually you get to set sail.
Mhm.
Now you're on the journey from Scoria to Finlana, and it is a while. So if there's anything particular anybody would like to do on the ship, now's the time to do it.
On the way back. No, that's not too crazy. I just want to get familiarized with the crossbow a little bit. It's a hand crossbow. Basically, we're gonna practice like trying to draw it from the hip and firing. Just getting used to that habit. I actually won't. I only have like 5 bolts, so I'll be a little cautious. Like I won't actually shoot it, but just getting used to the motion.
As you are making those training sessions, essentially, that was what I'll call it. This small little petite crew member who was referred to as the drunkard, kind of just like, oh, that's nothing, watch what I can do, and is trying to show off her skills.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also trying to give you kind of like pointers and everything, like how to hold the crossbow at a certain level. If you want to do like certain maneuver, she's actually giving you some like good tips and tricks.
Does she strike me as someone who has the crossbow expert feat?
You can certainly roll an insight check.
Does she have a feat?
Did she strike me as an actual expert? You're saying like, oh, these like very specific ones. Like, does this person actually strike me like an expert? There's, don't know if it rolled. Terrible.
You're not quite too sure. You just think this person's really good at what they do.
I will, not knowing how good they are, and I'm trying to ascertain like how good they were. I will humor them and go along though as a good sport, and go through the motions for sure. I'm going to in particular, there's the kind of like the quickly drawing and getting a clean shot off is what I was most interested in.
At one point, she does show you. She ties one of her bolts up to a piece of rope and just fires it in, like, without really even looking into the ocean, and pulls the rope back up, and then she's got a fish on the line.
That raises a bunch of questions, but it's like, wow.
Oh, fishing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna be like impressive, give it a little clap, like, yeah, no, I will. Actually, I will ask her, just like, so how long have you been using crossbows for?
Ever since I was a little tot.
Ah, bit of a natural, or just picking up the hobby?
My mama taught me.
Has her own NCA license.
Yeah. I've always been more partial to small blades myself.
I noticed.
Yeah. Every once in a while, though, there's just some little bastard too far away, and it'd be nice to shoot them, you know?
Oh, I get you. And she just kind of like props it up. You kind of notice that the hand crossbow at this point seems to be a little bit bigger than, you know, what should fit her, because she is fairly tiny.
Mm-hmm. She's a halfling?
No, she is a full-blown human.
Oh.
She's just very short.
Like an adult human, just
Like she's an adult human, but she's just like 5 feet tall.
diminutive. Okay.
It's like a dwarf size.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's pretty tall for a dwarf.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
gonna say.
Since you've been so kind to show me how to fire this thing properly, have you ever been shown how to throw daggers?
Oh, a few here and there. Shadow showed me quite a bit.
It's quite a good sport, I imagine. Regardless, I was like, I'm going to transition to doing my usual knife throwing practice. If she cares to join, if she does, I'll give her my spin on it. But
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, you have made a new friend.
yeah,
Woo! Friendship boat. It's the friendship.
Friendship boat!
well, we gotta get back to the dreamboat later, Levi and Igniferious.
Add item, searching for friendship.
Is anything else?
Basic friendship or +1?
It's
Yeah.
a shield. It's a human
Iggy.
shield. Sorry, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Iggy.
Okay. Is that what you're
There-
calling him now?
Yeah, I've been calling.
Okay.
Hey Iggy, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm like all about fire and stuff, and I noticed, not to name names, but like, how come the other sages don't really like you? And also, is it 'cause you're a fire person? Because that would suck.
The other sages refer to me as the stubborn one, although I see myself as more of a leader of the group. I'm the one who makes all the decisions and the time frames. The others seem to not want to follow my lead, so to speak. They'd rather do their own thing, see their own people, not follow the responsibilities of being a sage, but we have a duty.
Oh,
They are just mere
okay.
children.
That's pretty cool. I don't really do that, so I guess my friends might like me instead
And it
of like
appears
how
that
your friends don't like you.
yes, it appears so. You're an interesting one, aren't you?
Like I kind of suck. I feel like I shouldn't have said what I just said. I'm
That's
sorry,
quite all
Iggy.
right. Some things
I
need
don't
to be
filter
said.
myself so good.
It's perfectly fine. As I mentioned, some things do need to be said at certain times, as brutal as they may be. But it's good to have someone like you around.
I'm happy we have you now too, because I feel like now we'll have some direction. Hey, you wanna play like fire catch or something?
Absolutely. What is this fire catch?
I was just thinking we would both hurl fire spells at each other until one of us passes out.
Well, as previously mentioned, I'm not good with magic. I'm more of a fighter. And he holds up a sword. But I do have quite the resistance to fire, and I would like to partake in this fire catch.
Okay, I think... Oh, what if you stand on like the very tippy tip of the boat, you know that thing? And I'll just hurl fire at you. And like, that way we might not light the boat on fire.
I like it.
That'll be so cinematic, don't you think? Don't you think that will look cool?
He gives you a very toothy grin, and you can see all of his teeth are actually like sharp pointed teeth. And his smile and his what he thinks is a good smile looks actually very scary. Enough to make a child cry, but he is actually excited to once again have some sort of friend, as it sounds like he's not a friend kind of person.
Yeah, and I'll make a point of that during this fire throwing montage where I use all my spells and cantrips. I'll make a point to like at the end, be like kind of out of breath, and whew, you know what? You are a great friend, Diggy. Thanks.
He greatly appreciates the moment that you two shared with one another. That he presents you with a certain something. As
Whoa,
a token.
Iggy, hold up!
We're friends.
No, hold up. Rewind, reverse it. No, he holds.
That's rephrased.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm not interested, but you can't just whip it out.
No, in his hand. This is what he gives you as a token of your friendship.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, thanks so much. Oh, you're so cool. Don't tell anyone you're cooler than Luna, and she was previously my top cool person. Okay, what's this do? Alright, and I'll fade to black on this scene while I read my item.
Perfect.
I have nothing that I can contribute to the crew. So I have no, naval skills whatsoever. So
Hey.
I'll just play my pan flute. I'll try to up the performance with a bit of fairy fire and druid craft, but I'll just try to keep people entertained while on a trip back.
During the trip back, you eventually form a band of all of the other crew members who are capable of playing instruments. Luna included. She breaks out a lute.
Fantastic.
So you are more than welcome to, if you so choose, to create a band name.
Yeah.
Oh, we're actually creating a band name?
In Luna's drunken state, she is declaring that you guys are now a band.
Oh, I see. How many members do we have?
6?
Doesn't quite work as well, but we'll be Six Sailor Death Punch.
Nice.
Beautiful. It has been established. We need it on T-shirts.
6
Oh,
sailors.
No. We're gonna change that. More appropriate. 6 sailor dead drunk.
6 sailors dead drunk. Nice.
No S.
No,
6
six.
sailor. We need horrible grammar on this.
Agreed.
Okay. 6 sailor dead drunk. I like it. I also like to imagine you've like deloused or like removed all the pests on the ship because you kept doing your little.
I felt personally attacked there for a second.
Not deloused, but yeah, you kept hunting down rats and all the other things. And it's like a certain point, how many rats can be on a ship? I don't know.
That's why I didn't go rat hunting this time because I figured I must have at least killed them all. Well,
There you go.
all left an impression.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Levi, was there anything in particular you would like to do on the journey back to
No.
Locktail? Fantastic.
I'm just taking the benefit of removing my heavy armor since I've been wearing it for the entire day and it's rather uncomfortable.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, you guys are now back within, Locktail.
Wow.
So you guys.
Oh. Wait.
What?
Wait. Wait.
Matt.
Okay.
Oh,
Kept
gee.
muting and unmuting because this laptop lags. Going back. I just want to mention to Iggy at some point that like little sus of the queen. We're not like totally sure her intentions are good, but we're mostly sure they're good. I just want him like vaguely aware of it in case he sees anything weird
Fantastic.
on the trip.
He graciously takes your advice.
We're pretty confident the royal coffers are not as stacked with the coin as they should be.
Yeah. Also, it's sort of whisper campaign that we need a raise. This is ridiculous.
Oh, that's why they have unions.
Yeah. True.
Adventurous Union.
Our heroes should unionize.
Oh, God.
Some sort
idea.
of guild.
All right, Travis, you need to come up with some more union documents.
The problem is we're gonna have to get 60% or more of the adventurers within Locktail actually on board for it. It's gonna be tricky.
We could start with a heroes guild,
Oh,
and then we
okay.
could get adventurers rolled into the heroes guild to become heroes.
Okay, I like it. We are getting better ourselves, so it's like, not a terrible start. We could recruit. Yeah, I don't know, not a bad idea. Like, honestly, if we don't get up to like at least in the many of hundreds, I'd like to start seeing maybe 4 figures of gold coming in, but not. Whatever. I just find it ridiculous that we just dick around on an island. We make more money than we do for actually accomplishing our main goal.
Well, they say good deeds don't pay, but we do them anyway.
But robbing tombs always does.
We should become tomb raiders.
I
is what I'm hearing.
believe they call it archaeology.
I think they also say dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
All right, how many references to musical things have we done today already?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any musical references at all.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make it into Locktail. Once again, Igniferious, unsure of the situation or what's going on, pops on a cloak, puts on the hood, follows you guys into the town. Is there anything specific you would like to do in the town before heading to the castle?
Oh,
some point-
but,
At some point, I want to bring that journal page to the lady. Be like, "This is your journal page, right? We didn't find the journal, but here's the page." But we can do that after.
Dude,
Livy, you have
Oh, wait,
seemed to
that's
be acting a little, say, under the weather since our interaction with that masked creature. Do you think maybe we should seek out a temple while we're here? Maybe they can perform some ritual.
I'm uncertain to what to speak of.
Here, leave it, catch. And I'm going to throw just a random object at you for you to catch. Do you catch
All
it?
right. Are you testing my acrobatics, athletics?
That'd
Yeah.
be, I'm pretty
I'm-
sure that'd be athletics.
That's
I'm
athletics.
putting
yeah.
a
Alright.
good little flick on it to make it kind of hard to catch, but still kind of at you.
All right, I guess you have to make an attack roll now with the thrown weapon.
Okay, I will use. I'll just throw a dagger, I guess, because it's like just.
Oh, I'm just gonna throw a knife at you.
Like it's like I basically just wanted to grab a rock, but just for like the stat line of like I'm very good at tossing things, so I'll just use that.
Just to quickly clarify for my casters here, the
Right.
trip to Locktail was several days long, so if you want to make any adjustments to any sort of spells or anything, now's the time to do it. You guys also got a long rest while you were on the ship
Yeah.
as well.
Nice.
I took my long rest. I figured it'd be a few
Uh,
days.
One long rest.
One long rest, yeah. I mean, multiple long rests, but
Okay,
You just credited him with the rock.
Okay,
I
so
just
what,
love
so-
how every time there can be something stupid like a bunny hits me, or a curse can happen, or someone's trying to throw something at me.
Yeah.
I take
So
the most amount of possible damage.
So
Oh, I
I'm
just
assuming a
rolled it.
rock is not a finesse weapon, so it won't be like
Probably an improvised weapon.
if it was an improvised weapon, like ignoring all this. Improvised is like a D4.
yeah, it's a D4.
Okay, so I'll roll a
Strength, I believe.
Yeah, so it's whatever your strength modifier
so
is.
2d4 minus 1.
Or maybe dexterity if you're throwing it.
So the crit was because of 2. I basically just tried to whip him. I'm assuming it's a strength-based action. So five bludgeoning damage. So however it hit him, I'm assuming it like right between the eyes. I said, "Here, catch!" Just throw a rock at his
Yeah,
face.
just the donk right in the face.
Oh, I'm gonna like do like the wince, like I'm really apologetic, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, I really think if you were on your game, you'd be able to catch that.
I'm just staring at you with like blood running out of my nose.
Perhaps this is worth investigating.
Okay, I'm gonna walk like 2 arms lengths away from you at all times, but we'll go look for temples if you're so inclined.
Oh, I will admit, I'm not sure what throwing a rock at my face really proves.
Just that your reflexes are not so sharp right now, but
And the gods hate you. But I think. How about? Did you all want to go, or I could always start looking for temples with Livy if you guys want to bring Igniferious to the castle.
sure.
We're probably just looking for Charum again, so.
No, sounds good. We could regroup in the. There's that market. Say, meet back there in an hour or 2.
Sure, make it 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay.
I will go up to Igniferious and say thank you very much for joining us on our way back. It was a pleasure to meet you. I hope to see you soon. Give my regards to your friends.
He gives a slight little bowish nod in return.
Right. Come, Libby. Let us see if we can find a fix.
Still not fully convinced by what these guys are going on about. I do follow, but I kind of give the top shake of a head, like, whatever.
Yeah, we'll quickly take care of Igniferious with the castle situation first.
If at all possible, could I'll send you a thing, Brendan. As we're going up, I'm going to quickly run away, then run back to Mandolin and Igniferious as they go up. But I'll show you what I want to find, if I can, before we get there. Where's the hell's Miranda in this thing?
Or you could
You
just...
just keep going. I'm just going to text you. But I'll
I was
step
gonna
out.
say, I'm literally 2 feet away from you.
Well, it's the mic. Yeah, mute the...
Texted to you.
But
Muting.
texting is more intimate.
Okay.
I hope you guys didn't hear that, but I'm trying to do that. How much would you say that costs?
1 silver.
Okay, done.
Get a really nice, good,
Cheap present for me.
good thing.
Okay. Alright, so I'm back. Dipped out, came back.
Okay. Yeah, you guys make it to the castle. Once again, the guards take note of you guys. Do not hesitate to let you through. You enter to the great hall. You see the stairwell. You see once again the butler standing before you guys. He introduces himself once more and excuses himself to go get Cherim. You guys are currently alone in this great big hall right now, killing some time until Cherim appears on the stairwell with guards behind him, and just like last time, he prompts the guards to go grab Igniferious and show him to the appropriate chambers, and then have him taken care of to prepare himself for further training for the ritual that he's going to have to essentially go to rehab for, to regain some sort of whatever capability he needed for the ritual process.
Question, just looking at the butler, I'm just looking for any sort of inconsistencies. Does any aspect of him seem to be illusory or, like, not accurate? Like he's...
You can either make an insight or you can make an arcana check.
I'm basically just trying to see how off he is. I guess I'll make an insight check.
Yeah.
15.
He seems to be like your average normal butler. Something doesn't seem to be off from him at all. He seems like the same butler that you guys saw last time.
Okay.
So,
Hey, Shoal, can we test something while we're here?
Guess it depends what you want to test. What do you want to test?
Punch me in the shoulder real quick.
Okay. I will punch you in the shoulder.
roll for an attack.
I am not... Well, I guess I have like the unarmed attack thing or whatever, but I'll just give you a good punching. It's a very, very like glances off super hard. I'm very off put by the ask, but I basically give you like the lightest little. It's...
Oh no, you missed. But I'm letting you. Well, punch me. How does this work?
I mean, you're still wearing armor, and you know you have to account for like people full on stumbling. Wow, Shoal, you suck.
My assumption.
Sure, just not punching that hard is all.
Yeah, like that was my assumption. It was just I'm like rolled for how it was. It was just like that, very hesitant. Like I don't know why my friend wants me to punch them, but I'll give you a little jab.
Okay, nothing happens, I guess.
I mean, I'm assuming he still makes contact.
Yeah, he'll still like boop.
I still
like,
touch you, but I
it's-
don't,
It's
like-
like a bro.
I think for this that would set a dangerous precedent. So I'm just gonna assume that it's only if the thing happens. You know what I mean, Miranda.
I do.
You thought you were gonna
Yeah.
light me on fire or something as like a reboot?
Yeah. Basically, I have a thing whenever I get successfully hit now. Wanted to see if it worked, and I trust that you won't die and that you won't get that mad.
Okay.
I'll just mortally wound you.
But
You
you don't
realize
have to punch me. It was just gonna be a fun surprise.
you realize you see a tear-shaped gem on the armor set that she is now wearing that wasn't there before.
I notice.
Yeah.
Looking at, is it glowing in any sort of special way?
A little bit of an orange glow, but it's changing from it's like a fire.
I'm going to like pretend like I'm gonna punch her, but then like feint it. Does it glow as it looks like so the gem thinks it's gonna get hit?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well, now
Like-
you're just being a tease.
Very much so. Let's go get some to eat.
Yeah.
Cherim is
Wait,
still
wait,
standing
sorry.
before
We
you.
gotta get paid. We gotta get paid.
Oh, we're taking Iggy to the queen, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Butler,
you're
come
already.
punch me.
Roasted.
Do you want the butler to punch you?
I don't. Please don't.
Okay. So Cherim once again he guides you into the dining hall where you guys first started your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Each of you will get a bag of 100 gold pieces. And he starts explaining to you guys that he unfortunately has not made any sort of heads or tails as to where exactly the next stage he's going to send you on will be.
Mm-hmm.
So he does need extra time.
Mm-hmm.
So he informs you guys if there are any sort of tasks or unfinished business or anything you guys need to take care of or want to do within the city or elsewhere, now's the time to do it while he tries to gather the appropriate information that he's still needing to pinpoint the location. He will inform you guys via message when he is ready for you guys to come back.
Mm-hmm. This message is it only reach us within the city, or can we go further?
He explains that his ability stretches out farther than most are capable of. He uses tools to assist him in that manner. So wherever you guys will be, he is sure to reach you in some way or form.
Of course.
Iggy, you're still
He is-
here, right?
Nope, he's gone. He has been guided away.
Really?
Yep.
No. Fuck.
He did
Can,
kind.
you,
He
can I
did
go
his.
talk to?
Well, he did do his like farewell, adieu moment before actually being taken away from the guards.
Okay. I was just gonna. Hey, can I quickly talk to him again, real quick? I just forgot to say something.
Fine. Bring him back.
He's
Man.
like already dead.
I was-
Decapitated.
Yeah.
His voice echoes in the hall, and the guards kind of just bring Igniferious back into kind of like the balcony area. He sees, he leans over the railing.
Hey, sorry about this. I know you said goodbye. We'll miss you. Do you know like where the twins were from, or where they spent most of their time? Because that's how it worked with all you already.
Sadly, I never really got along with the children. I wish I could be of more help, but the children didn't like me at all. And it looked like he had some sort of like Vietnam flashback almost.
Oh. Well, kids suck. You're the best. Bye.
Yeah, the kids were rotten kids.
Okay.
Okay.
So he
I
tried to
thought
stay
so.
away from them.
I guess we just go do whatever, like the butler told us.
I suppose. Yeah, Levi and or Blaze and Cody. I assume you guys are at 100 gold each. We'll just give it to you when we see you. But
All right, I'll just add it right now. We won't have
Yeah.
to worry about that.
yeah.
Alrighty, so
I-
Tabs and
Imagine you
Levi.
just threw it at me and you crit.
As we leave, but are still clearly in earshot of the butler, I want to make a comment of like, wonder if they can find us some more gold as we're finding all these stages for them. It's disappointing.
Well, really, if you think about it, the last stages are the most important stages. So
True.
there's a lot of power to that, huh?
Truly, wow, your insight is incredible.
Thank you so much.
It's-
You as well are very smart and good at business.
Just-
Cherim is still in the room too. He just does not say a word. As soon as you guys leave, you can hear just a big ol' slam of the door.
Is this persuasion? Is this... I'm gonna say it's persuasion. I'm so persuasive.
You are so persuasive, and yet the door is still slammed behind you to get out. Move along with Tabs and Levi there. You guys were in search of some sort of holy, temple-y sort of thing?
Yeah. So anything that looks like a large temple. Yeah. Pretty
Yes,
much.
there
I'm
is.
trying to find a priest, an
Yes.
exorcism to be performed, if you will.
So Jesus, you're persuasive. The temple is actually like right next to the castle. So it's a large stone brick. Yeah, it's literally like right next door.
Okay, guys, see you later, and then just walking by uncomfortably with him the whole way.
Yeah.
That's why
pretty
I
much
ran
what
away.
happened.
That's why I ran away. I got 10 steps into it, felt super awkward, and just like, I gotta go. And just fucking dipped off.
So yeah, you see like this massive, like Gothic European style temple-y church-looking building right next to the castle. Big iron gates that creak when you walk through it. It's very ominous, but it's very pretty. It's got like stained glass and all that fun stuff. So when you enter it, you see in the main hall where all the pews and whatnot are statues representing all of the different gods. So you have Nile, you have Thassa, Perforos, you've got all of those gods. And then in the center, at the end of the this temple church setting, you see statues that resemble what it looks like the sages. You can make out Daru, you can make out Nia, Igniferious, now that you fully recognize what he looks like in a statue form. And then you see two small children.
I turn to Tabs and jokingly whisper, I wonder if there's another Igniferious in this statue.
How big is the statue?
These statues are massive. They're way bigger than the ones that are from Drakton.
Let's whisper back to you. It's like, I don't think we could feed one that big.
Within the
We're
temple,
hilarious.
within the temple, you do see a couple of different citizens praying to their different gods. You also see like the offerings at each of the statues for each of the gods. It's a very like, doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what background you are. It's kind of an all is welcome sort of environment for any religion. There's no questioning who or where you are worshiping. Who or what you are worshiping.
I'm Worcestershire.
So let me get this straight. This temple has free food, is what you're telling me.
It's not a Costco.
There is a muffin table. Muffle? Wow. There is a muffin table with like juice. A little reception table.
Juice.
Are the muffins
No
gone?
muffins?
It's for when the AA meeting gives out.
Yes. Sorry, what was that?
There's
Are
no
the muffins
muffins.
gone?
There's a muffin table, but there's no muffins. There's just juice. I feel ripped out.
Yes, the muffins are god themed. So there's like one that's just like, oh, this is for Nylia, this is for Thassa, this is so on and so forth.
This is for Farrakha, the god of affliction. Do you want to eat it? Do you want it? Do you...
Are you sure you want to eat it?
Speaking of which,
all the journal pieces.
We'll do that after, I guess. But yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
looking around, do I see any priests in the area?
Yeah, so there's a couple different priests here and there. There's one that's kind of stands out among the rest of them, who's kind of like almost a ringleader-esque priest. They've got like a gold band around their head. They are actually an Aarakocra. So they've got very nice white feathers. They've got a neck ceremonial necklace of some variety. Yeah, I'd say very cult-like, but that's kind of the look I'm going for with this character. White robes holding a golden staff with a bluish looking kind of almost diamond. Yeah, they're just talking away.
Alright, I will approach them and ask them, excuse me, do you have a priest of Farrakha or of healing?
We have many. What is it that you need, my child?
I suspect that my friend here, I'll indicate Livy, is afflicted with some type of, I don't know, malevolent spirit.
I'm using a dagger to pick my teeth as he's like indicating towards me.
You could see an automatic kind of cringe come across her face. But she quickly just wipes it away. and raises her arms up and she says, "Come, my children! One of our own needs our assistance." And a group of other priests and priestesses kind of surround you guys. And she goes on, "It seems that this one before us has fallen ill with an unknown deity. Let us rid of this being from within the soul."
Oh, but, okay, so it's not just bad luck then.
Well, we won't know until we certainly try. Now come, my children, let us pray. And she starts holding out her hands, scepter still in one hand, and everybody starts kind of forming that very creepy circle and begins chanting. Levi joined Scientology, yes.
I like just put the dagger away and was like awkwardly looking from side to side because I really just don't understand what's going on.
So what ends up happening is, Tabs, you don't notice or kind of feel anything. You just hear the chanting. But you, Levi, what ends up happening is this chanting kind of starts yes, you're becoming a monk. Engulfing your mind. And you just kind of hear it. It's louder and louder. It's like in your head, not just in your ears. And you just kind of start getting consumed, and you hear like nails on a chalkboard, and it's just a very unpleasant experience. Like, it's not good. The circle starts getting a little bit tighter and tighter and tighter. And as they're getting closer and closer to you, Levi, it's just more and more just aggravating in your mind. And you eventually just fall to your knees, grasp onto your head, and you're just kind of like, make it stop, make it stop. This is really, like, uncomfortable. It's not hurting you. It's just kind of almost driving you into some sort of insanity. And it's just over and over and over, just constant, just chanting and chanting the same words just over and over again. But then silence. And you just hear... Yeah. you just hear birds chirping. And it's very pleasant. And you look up and you see all the faces surrounding you just smiling. Not in a creepy way. They let go of their hands. They start stepping back, allowing you to get some breathing space, and you realize that you start feeling a lot better than before, almost like you are having a moment of peace and tranquility.
I'm gonna get to my feet. Kind of think about how all this chanting gave me a wicked headache. But now that it's stopped, I feel significantly better.
Yes, you are no longer cursed.
But I still have disadvantage on everything, so it didn't change anything.
Yeah, but you are no longer cursed. If you ever take that armor off, you have regular rolls.
So I'm just going up to you, it's like, kind of looking around, because that was a little weird. It's like, do you feel any better?
I kind of give a shrug. Maybe?
Maybe. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'll say, thank you. Thank you very much for healing my friend. We are very much in your debt. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I keep bowing as I'm like backing up, kind of dragging you towards the door.
No, before you go, I'm going to pull out 3 gold and hand it to the priest and be like, let's not do that again.
I would hope to never see your face again in this sort of circumstance, but if the situation to arise once more, do come back, and and she gestures to everyone around, we'll help you once more, my child.
Sure, I'll give them 10 gold as well, and for the services, and then I start rushing. He's like, quickly, leave.
She starts distributing the gold to the other priests and priestesses as they put it up to their respective statues as tribute.
I'm sure outside, like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I wasn't sure if they're going to charge us for that. If we were going to have to join that weird singy culty thing afterwards and whatnot. So I just wanted to get out of there.
And you didn't even have to become a
Out
monk.
of there.
That's correct.
I feel like I got gypped at a level.
We
You
didn't
say
have to
that
pay
now.
for greater restoration, so.
So speaking of level, we're gonna take this time for everybody to level up.